Hello, Paul Bonaducci with John L. Scott Real Estate and Bonaducci West Coast Properties. As we move into Christmas and the new year, I think it's important that all of us take just a moment to find one thing to be grateful for. As Americans in this society, we have a lot to be grateful for, and it's just way too easy to take those things every day for granted. So I encourage everybody just to take a moment and find one small thing to be grateful for. One of the many things that I'm grateful for is that earlier this past year, I had a friend of mine, a client, call me and ask me to liquidate a piece of property that she had. And after contacting her and discussing it, come to find out that this property had some issues, and it had some past that weighed very heavily on her. Came from previous marriage, and she just wanted to move on from it and wash her hands of it. So after some discussion and letting her know that commercial property doesn't move quickly, that it could take some time, she didn't care. She just wanted to move on with life. So I marketed it, spent a great deal of time marketing it and working at it. And after about a year, we was able to acquire an interested party in the property. And after some negotiating and coming to an agreement on the price, we were getting ready to close the deal on the property, and I called her to inform her that since it was a cash offer, that she ought to be receiving her money just in a matter of a couple days after closing. And I wanted to congratulate her. And to my surprise, I guess a little bit, and to my amazement, she broke down in a tearful and joyful way to thank me a couple different times and to tell me how much of a relief that was, and how much of a burden it was lifted from her, to allow her just to move on and carry on her life, moving forward. What that did to me was it hit me also that that this had been weighing on her for quite some time, and that it was quite a burden for her. And it played a part in me that made me realize that what a wonderful gift or action that you could give somebody else is to help them move on in life, or just help them move forward and lift something that is troubling them, or a burden to them. And not only the joy that it brought me, but the joy that it brought her, more importantly. So with that said, I became aware that it's not all about money. Being able to help somebody, and the joy that I received from that was enlightening, and really had an impact on me. So that is one thing that I'm grateful for. The other is that I am extremely grateful for all the clients that helped me have a successful year this past year, regardless of whether they were buyers or sellers, or really people who have referred me to their family and friends. You don't understand how grateful I am for those referrals. Referrals are the lifeblood of a realtor, of a realtor's continued success in the future. And for somebody to stand up behind you and say, I trust this person and that he'll do you well, it's a great honor. So thank you all very much. You know who you are, and all the buyers and sellers, thank you very much for a very successful year. I would like to say that for any of you that may know or come across somebody that could benefit from the services that I provide, I would deeply appreciate passing their name on to me and contact information, or you give them my contact information and name, and I would gladly be able to help them in any way that I can. So moving forward, and with all that said, I wish everybody a Merry Christmas, a safe and prosperous New Year's, and thank you all again very much. Merry Christmas.